So, another video because I'm feeling in a good mood. Also, this game run I had with Leslie tonight was quite interesting in the fact that I didn't face the same champion twice up top. Whereas I just kept playing the same one because I'm boring. Also for reasons I've already mentioned, such as it's just my safe pick, quotation marks. So, we are against Renekton. Right? This champion gives Vlad a lot of trouble as far as I'm aware. Also, it's just level 1, not that much of a problem. When it gets from level 2, arguably, up until, it's like from level 2 onwards, you're in a whole world of pain. Even level 3, he jumps on you, so like rips your half your HP off, and you can't do anything. It's one of those survive at all fucking costs lane. To this end, I'm not quite sure why he started with a door and shield. In my opinion, he's better off with a blade. Purely because he's early game champion, he should be shoving his advantage whilst he's still relevant. And as it is, I just drove him into the freaking floor. Stabilize the lane where you can. Just auto attack stuff without missing CS. And just Q him when possible. It doesn't seem to do much damage, does it? That's because it's Renekton. Like most top lanes don't really seem to take that much. It just takes an inevitable amount of time. It speeds up later, but that's only because, well, you just take less time to reload. And you just wear them down. It's not you just suddenly do more damage, but we'll see. Actually, I'll just show you what I do whilst I go through it. It's like, if he had a blade, that would have been over half of my HP gone for literally nothing, because it just doesn't work that way, right? The problem was actually I strayed too close to him, right? He jumps in. I also queued a creep instead of him, which doesn't help at all. But yeah, like the point is, he'll jump on you, he'll do at most half of your HP, and then he'll have to leave again. The problem is you always have to be faster than these people, or else he's going to stick to your face and kill you. He's going to stick to your face, auto attack you. You must maintain a speed advantage, or else you can't kite them. And if you can't kite them, you're going to be a pretty little smear on the floor. But otherwise, you have to learn to last hit autos because you want to hit, like, Q him. The problem is, Renekton will almost inevitably push the lane because he'll... this is also incredibly fucking stupid. Right, he'll inevitably push the lane because he wants to heal, therefore you can freely tide to blood him. And the problem is, it'll drain your health if you're not freaking careful. Like, what I'm doing now, right, that was terrible positioning. If I wasn't trying to bait for him to actually use his jumps on you. If you're trying to get a gank on Renekton, most of the point is if you make a misstep, they will try and preemptively jump on you. It's the same way as if you're playing Swain. You monitor your opponent's movement patterns and then you try to never move where you think they're going to go. Doesn't matter if they're there or not. The point is they probably will walk into it. And that's what Renekton players are like. Like, he's going to make a misstep to get the CS. That means I can jump, close the gap, hit him, and then dash back out again. The thing is, when you're trying to get a gank on him, is to try and get him to use it, right? So in this case, I successfully managed to get him to use it, and then Leslie can come, like, successfully, and he'll just rip him a new one. I mean, doesn't get a kill, but it still forces a flash and forces him out of the lane. Which is good enough, right? He's lost a whole wave. I don't know why he's building defensive, but doesn't really matter. It's like later on he's still smashed my face in half. It only get worse if like buys double door and blades, which some do. I will upload a better one as soon as I can, but in cases like this, it's sort of, well, he still takes off half of my health. But the point is, if he uses his gap closes and stuff, you have to hit him back. The thing is, a lot of, I'm using that term a lot, either it's sod it, blah blah. I have a favourite quote once in a while. It seems to, who cares, moving swiftly on. Most bad players know how to sustain, they don't know how to retaliate correctly. And that is one thing. If their cooldowns are gone, or if you know their gap closes are gone, then you just have to do something, right? If you don't put the damage in, it means you're taking it for free, which means they wear you down, which means they can dive you, kill you, etc. Not good. Also, that CSing on the turret was bloody terrible. But at the same time, I am experimenting with squishier build. As you can see, it's Ionian boots. Like, what? Ionian boots seem to be the go-to on Vlad right now, unless there's like a shit ton of CC on the enemy team. But normally I wouldn't dare to do this if I had Ignite. I'd definitely buy a Seekers. But since I have Heal, I have that safety net of saying, well, I'm not going to die, therefore I can afford to just take squishier, be more squishy, because I have a safety net barrier of a few hundred more HP. It works. And that also means that I'm faster than he is, because he hasn't got boots at all. I'm hovering over the 400 mark, he's still under 350. It's like, no matter what you do, as soon as I position correctly, you won't be able to close with me and hit me. So we have a speed advantage. And then we hang back to the point that he has to use one jump to get to you. And then if he still wants to pursue the matter, you have to use the second one. And if he uses the second one, right, that means you can just freely retaliate because you can't close the gap anymore. What most Renekton players will do is they'll use one. It's a bit like Aurelia. They'll use their gap closer once to like your minions, assuming hope you're close enough, do their combo, then go back out again. So you take damage and they don't, and they're safely away to the point that you can't hit them. So you have to position in such a point, either the sides or far back enough, or just have quick enough reactions to just hit them, or position yourself in the point where they can't do that. Either use both or none at all. Just put it this way. It's their favorite thing to just use one dash in, one dash out. Just deny them the opportunity and deny them the option, and you're going to have a much easier time in lane. Like right now. He is not having fun. I am already level 7. I am having under no pressure at all. I mean, he'll still take off half my health in one combo, but I'm generally okay right now. I've also bought armor. So things are looking good. I mean, I don't do any damage to him, but the emphasis, remember, is on him to snowball the lane and shut me down because I outscale him completely and utterly. Or I don't know, you get the idea. The problem is you outscale him, so no matter what you do, no matter how much CS you do, okay, that's a lie, just try not to lose too much CS, but you outscale him. Just don't die to him, because if you die to him, your lane will be over. I'm trying to think of another lane where if you lose like ground early on, you don't even have a lane left. I think the only other one is Rumble, which I actually played against decent Rumble as well, and I'll upload that one. Oh, that was the other thing. Flash allows for some pretty nice outplays. It's like right now, right? At this moment in time, you just learn when you can trade properly. He jumps to me, I don't care. We combo him, we just chase him down. We chase him down and we keep putting the damage out because our CDs are much lower than his right now. Like he still hasn't got them off, so we can get off 2 salvos to 1 by the time we get to 9. And now they're at 9, we have CDR, lane's over him. He can't do anything to me, I'm just going to keep wearing him down. We can just keep regenerating anyway to stay at full HP. And we're just going to keep murdering his face because I feel like it. Right? How much HP was he on? So I got rid of the grievous wounds, which means I can actually regenerate better. How much HP was he on? Oh, Negatron saved was a 50. I wouldn't, one auto wouldn't have mattered anyway. And now we're running away from Shyvana. We're then queuing everything we can in order to regenerate HP. Right? So he can't actually go up to me. The problem is, what are you doing? You can't do that with Ghost. Ghost gives too much warning. I mean, you eventually chase them down, but it's still way too much warning. The other thing that I probably want to emphasize more is which build you choose for Vlad, right? Most of the cases, it'll be the standard, let's buy Hextech, let's buy Zhonya's, blah blah blah. But it was sort of, in this situation, I was going for Liandry's. Going for Rylai's just for the control, right? He'll inevitably stack HP, she'll inevitably stack HP, and for control wise, it fits with everything else. Was Rylai's really necessary? Technically not, because we had enough CC. But at least I wanted the Liandry's, and they're up here again, right? Thought, is this going to be the same shit again? I don't have the health for it. Then TF shows up, which is incredibly fucking annoying. But it's okay. It means that I need 3 people to deal with me. Which is your job. Right? I've drawn 3 people top, everyone else gets a free ride. But the point is, I should not have been this aggressive. Right? I should not have even been here. Where does Shyvana come from? Oh. Alright, it wasn't me being fucking blind. She just came from the top. And there was just... She managed to go through that little slither, which meant I couldn't actually see her. Yeah, she came from our jungle, the one who didn't see it. I should not have actually been this pushed forward, because they have a TF. Right, TF would come up, and... I actually might be able to take them on 2-on-1 with Renekton, but as soon as Shyvana shows up, makes it a 3v1, no, not gonna happen. Not going to fucking happen. There is now a clusterfuck in mid. Oh, this was the Vayne who had amazing games there. She is mechanically fine. Right, look at her. Shooting, all booking. It's like, Vayne, where are you? What? We can either go this way, because it's safe, and because I'm an ADC I shouldn't die, or I can go in and try and kill the crocodile who... Wait, what? So, I can't go back to mid anytime soon. Therefore, I'm just going to shove this in. But the problem is, they're still shoving, and they're on pretty low HP, so I can always just sneak up behind them and start something. So they saw me, and they realized they're probably in a great deal of crap. Then my turn to just try my hand at initiating. I still managed to get my ult on 3 of them, and I actually survived long enough that the rest of the team can show up and actually do something. They committed to me, that's their problem. Right. Positioning, right? I am in the correct fucking position at the right time. If for some reason they jump on me, that's their problem. Troll pool claims more victims. So now that drags these 2 out of position, and we managed to clean up because of my positioning. That's all it was. Just identify, they're still shoving. Let's do something about it. We clean up 2, like it's better than nothing. And we push them back. And I'm still alive because I'm good at the game. No. That could have easily gone wrong, actually. But let's assume I died. It wouldn't have mattered. They would have committed enough time to me that the rest of them could have come in and cleaned up. They're on that low HP. Whereas if I hadn't done that, it wouldn't have shoved the issue. And then Ryze comes in and kills everything. Oh no, Morgana shoved the Dark Binding. Vayne asks, can he deal with Renekton? Like, Vayne is 0-3, but it's sort of... Renekton is 0-1-3 with 87 CS, whilst I'm 2 kills, almost double that. So, yeah, I think you can deal with him, because... irrelevant. See? Irrelevant. Renekton, if he doesn't get ahead, is of no relevance beyond being a meat stick. Like, if your ADC can't kite correctly, even if your ADC can't kite, it doesn't do anything. Whereas if Renekton is fed, you suddenly find a massive crocodile who you can't kill and will rip your ADC in half. I'm now running away from the crocodile because I'm on half HP. I will then take pokes out of him. You can actually, if you're quick enough, right, you can actually see when he's going to activate. Wait, is it Calden? It's not Calden Meek. There we go, Ruthless Predator. You can see it because he starts glowing. As soon as he starts glowing, press the troll pool, run away. Not even run away, float away? I don't even have any idea of what verb meant to use in that situation. I mean, it sucks if you don't have a low latency, or if you need low latency or fast reflex. No, you need low latency and fast reflexes, and you don't have. And when you have one but not the other, then you're stuffed. Just pull as soon as he jumps to you, really, because as soon as they jump to you, in most cases, they will have it active anyway. But they might click that you pull way too early, which is why I want to tell you in lane, stay far enough that if they jumps to you once, that either he uses a second one to jump to you, in which case you definitely have a reason to pull, because then you're out of his range and you just keep hitting him back. Or alternatively, I don't know. It gets to a point where sometimes you can get a mind game if you find a decent Renekton, because he's desperately trying to find an opening to kill you. And you're just not giving him any room whatsoever. But a decent one will make your life hell, and I hope this makes things easier for you. As it was, this Renekton was a bit passive. I don't know if it's because of just the way I'm playing it, but it meant that he couldn't jump on me all the time because I was stuck here I just froze the lane there. The fact that I baited him out and he just forced him out of the lane. I had a competent jungler. All sorts of reasons. He then ripped the shred. It's like I thought that actually would have been enough to kill her, but alas, it was not. I still managed to wait until we got a decent cluster of people who were using an ult, even if it meant we could have killed Lux earlier. Using your ult on one person is a fruiting waste. So just don't. That's all I can really say about it. We can see TF probably wanted to go for me. I Zhonya's because Zhonya's is a broken item. Meanwhile, Ryze is like, let's take on TF underneath their turret. It's almost like the old westerns. Why? Because they get one shot each. And of course, TF, being himself, stacked things in his favor, and therefore Ryze died. Oh well. Never gamble, kids. Unless you know things are fixed in your favor, then always gamble, because easy monies. Oh yeah, Vayne died again. No, I'm serious. Like, why is she here? How did she die? Oh look, Nocturne is right there. I'll run to him. Good, right? How the fuck did she die? Are you shitting me? It's not as if you have an ability that can immediately let you run at a fucking right angle to the incoming linear projectile. No! No, that would be fucking broken. Instead, I will keep running in a straight line. Maybe I can outrun it. Because, I'm actually struggling to find a reason. The other thing is in this current game is how our team comp is actually scales much better. It's like late game, late game, late game, as opposed to early, arguably early, and they just yeah. But the point was, we're not actually that far ahead, and as has been shown, it's very easy for people to screw up in plat. this fight is not going well. Or it shouldn't have done. Nocturne lived. Vayne just about lived. Sometimes people are just plain unlucky. Also, have some sort of game sense as to just think as to, if you were the other person, what would you do? Who flashed over the wall? Oh, Lux did. Right. Have a little bit of a set clue. So, I'm still running down to the fight. Right. If you were Lux in this situation, you'll probably want to run into the bush so the enemy has no idea what you're doing, and then pick that moment to turn around and retaliate. So, at the same time, I think that's what you would do, therefore preempt it by pooling. And I was right. Therefore, Rise gets to the face. And then just like that, TF tries to go for the kill, fails, because he already has Seraphs, because Rise. And then the surrender! The game's not even remotely near done, and yet they decide to surrender. TF wasn't happy about it at all, and I can imagine why, but at the same time he's also the only person on his team who's actually doing a reasonable job of actually being fed. Maybe it's the fact that they just scale off a cliff as opposed to us, but still. It wasn't that far gone that they would surrender, but alas, this happens sometimes. Oh well, 3 points are free. Have fun.